Hey guys, it's your boy Leo's Animation here. Now before this video begins, I just wanted to tell y'all that these 3 reaction videos were filmed while I have fallen ill once again. That means you'll be hearing me coughing and some other stuff, but just ignore those, alright? Now, I want to talk about the first reaction that we're gonna watch, which is Jaiden Animation, and I want to talk about something that I did but ended up scrapping because I have a footage of me reacting to this video right here. But I ended up thinking like, you know what? I don't feel like reacting to this video because I'm not interested of what she's talking about. I'm not saying that she was yapping too much. I'm saying that I'm not really into what she's into.
A 10-mile radius, being thrown in goblin jail, breaking out and running away to a nearby temple, finding yourself surrounded by enslaved creatures.
You know what? I'm not interested.
But I still reacted to Jaiden Animation, but this time I reacted to her latest video. So without further ado, let's jump into the reactions. Oh, and one more thing. I won't be energetic while doing the reactions because I have a sore throat and I couldn't raise my voice. If I do, then it will trigger me to cough. So yeah, that's all.
How I ended up vegetarian? Okay, so she's vegan now. Let's check it out.
As someone who's been telling stories and experiences from my life for way too long, I feel like you've gotten the general gist of the type of person I am. There's very few things I haven't talked about that express new information about myself, but there's a chance you didn't know about this one. It's not that I'm embarrassed or ashamed or even keeping it secret. I've just felt like it can rub some people the wrong way, and I simply haven't really felt like opening that can of worms yet. But it is something I'm relatively passionate about and hope I can navigate the topic in a casual way that's more talking about my thoughts on it, non-preachy style. I'm vegetarian. Based on that build-up, I'm sure some of you thought that was going to be much more abhorrent. But look, I'm just trying to establish the tone here. You can never be too careful. It's been almost 10 years since I've eaten meat, and I think the craziest part is that it wasn't really even on purpose. Back when I went to college for a single year, I was living on my own for the first time. To make a long and complicated story short, I didn't know how to feed myself, developed a really unhealthy relationship with food, and it ultimately became this whole thing. It happens to the best of us, but the best of us also know that it's not good for your well-being, and despite how scary and difficult it is, you need to make a change. After a lot of trying and failing to get back into a healthy mindset with eating, I decided to sit down at a computer and study nutrition to feel more confident in my choices with food and use knowledge to make it all a bit less intimidating. I spent a long time doing my own research, looking into all types of articles and studies on food when I stumbled onto veganism. Despite it being a bit more limited with what a lot of people are used to eating, for me, it sure was a hell of a lot better than what I was feeding myself at the time, which was almost nothing at all. So take those little steps. I was interested and decided in that moment that I would attempt going vegan to simply see what happens. Yeah, I ended up changing the entire trajectory of my lifestyle with a single hell, why not? I would say I did it kind of wrong at the beginning. Like, I would buy a prepackaged salad from the campus food court that had meat in it and pick it off.
There's a ghost in my house. Dude, that door is just... Oh, hell no. I need to go check what's going on there. I heard water dripping in the shower, so... Hello? Hello? What? Ah! Don't worry, guys. I'm unharmed. I was just joking around, alright?
Which I know just did heavy damage to vegans, vegetarians, and non-food wasters out there. I'm sorry, I didn't know at the time. It's common for people transitioning from eating meat to not eating it to struggle because it feels like you're removing a huge part of how you normally structure your meals. But since I was eating next to nothing every single day, I really never had that problem. I was adding food to my repertoire instead of taking it away. So basically, the complete opposite situation, which worked out really well. Over time, I started trusting what I was eating again, being a lot more healthy with my relationship with food, and along the way learned about the other positive reasons to go meatless. I don't really want to be the one to get into the nitty-gritty of it all, but if you're curious, there's a lot of environmental benefit, and as everyone knows, it's kinder to the cute little animals.
Chicken feed up.
Things to those poor baby chicks.
Excuse me.
But again, if you're
Female
curious,
chicks
you can go
for
down that
sale.
rabbit hole yourself. Sorry, I'm not touching that one here. Even though I was doing well and not having a hard time eating within the lifestyle, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. There were still bad habits in my head, and unfortunately, there's a lot of people that use the community to spread their own unhealthy, obsessive brainworms around food, which in my opinion can set a lot of people back in their progress and close people's minds to the concept entirely. Everyone knows eating clean and healthy is a good thing to do. No one's arguing that. But it's definitely not achievable for the majority of people 100% of the time with zero exceptions. I would encounter people in the community bashing others for the way they ate their meatless diet, which I believe is overall bad for the greater good of the cause. The way you eat your vegan or vegetarian diet is fine. There's no specific requirement for the healthiness. Eat your junk foods, processed meals. You're not gonna wither and die on the spot because you ate a little bit of something fun. As someone who's tried a lot of vegan foods, I can confidently say there's a lot out there that do not taste good. I'm sorry, people might not like hearing that one, but it's my truth. Might as well do what you want to enjoy it. You're not supposed to suffer. Put it this way, it's way more realistic to eat non-animal product foods that you actually like than force yourself to eat the gross, bland ones that are gonna make you hate everything and
you'll just eventually become queso.
Give it up entirely. In a similar vein, the vegan community used to be extremely confrontational and judgmental, which has tarnished the perception of the lifestyle for a lot of people. And I've always felt like that stuff has set back the movement way more.
The world of veganism fandom was nicer. Goodness me.
Or than if they were more welcoming and understandable and not mean. There's a bit of irony in the idea of veganism is supposed to be positive and kind to all animals when they've been very cannibalistic to people around them. That's my hot take. I'm sorry. I just think in the past, the loud minority of the community has used really rude and obnoxious ways to try and guilt people into converting into this very beneficial and productive lifestyle. It's always rubbed me the wrong way, and because of all the stigma, I used to be very embarrassed to tell people I was vegan from fear of the assumption I was that kind of vegan. And justifiably so, because people have been rude to me for it. Early in my vegan journey, a group of my friends wanted to go to Hooters. Personally, not my first choice, but hey. Now, I was able to accommodate myself when it was just me eating, but going out to restaurants was a bit tricky. I checked the Hooters website to see if they had anything I could eat, and at the time, it said they had a veggie burger at certain locations. Awesome. Now I have to make a single phone call, which I hate. Hi, thank you for calling Hooters. How can I help you? Hi, I was wondering if you guys, had the veggie burger? No. Oh, thank you. Sorry. That was the first time I ever called to ask about a dietary restriction, and not gonna lie, I wanted to kill myself after it. I felt so bad asking at the time, but looking back, I don't know what that lady's problem was. I know you've had to deal with worse phone calls. It's not like I was calling about your Hooters. Yet here you are, getting mad at the veggie burger girl. Luckily, though, 99% of people have been fine with it. And I do think the overall view on vegan and vegetarian diets have steadily been going up. When people learn I don't eat meat, I can tell they start mentally scoping out to see where I fall along the meatless personality spectrum. But then I say my favorite food is French fries, and the guard is dropped immediately. Another normal part of the vegan experience is the occasional accidents that slip through. One late night, I was too locked in, and by the time my body registered I was starving and needed to eat that instant, I realized I didn't have any food in my house, and most of the restaurants nearby were closed. In a moment of desperation, I ordered the fastest option available, vegan burger from Denny's. But of course, DoorDash complications always strike when survival is at stake. So I watched helplessly as the delivery time got delayed by 15 minutes, 30 minutes.
Oh.
45 minutes.
1 hour.
It got there an hour and a half late. The moment the bag touched my withering hands, I was ripping it open and scarfing that burger down like a dying vegan hyena.
Oh
As the food was hitting my stomach and vision was coming back, I noticed they got my order wrong. I had just scarfed down 3/4 of a normal hamburger. The only way I can describe that feeling is a simple welp. And yes, my stomach was cramping all night. I learned a valuable lesson that day. Never lock in that hard. Once Jacob and I were in Texas sitting down at a Mexican restaurant, I was prepared to struggle with options because, you know, Texas. But saw they actually had veggie tacos on the menu. Wow. Maybe the world has progressed with providing meatless options more than I thought. Even Texas is... Alright, so turns out veggie tacos in Texas can translate to the only thing on the menu that has vegetables. I partially blame myself for that one. Texas was the one that tricked me, but I did have the context clues. Another time, I was at a karaoke party with a big group of friends, and there was a various assortment of food platters. The lights were low and flashing different colors, so it was hard to see which foods were what. A friend and I hovered over one of the platters, and I pointed to one section asking if it was fried pickles. They grabbed one, went, "Yeah, I think so," and popped it in their mouth. As a pickle lover, I was like, hell yeah, and also popped one into my mouth. And as soon as it hit my taste buds, I instantly registered it was a chicken nugget. The friend, knowing I don't eat meat, stood there like a deer in headlights, digesting the fact they failed to warn me their initial assumption was incorrect, led me astray, and kind of indirectly fed me chicken. Everyone in my life has been very understanding and chill with knowing I don't eat meat, but there's still strangers that look from the outside and assume the worst because of it. In James's 7-day vegan challenge solves all your problems video, he nominated me to do the challenge too, but at the very end revealed the joke was I'm already vegan. So to anyone who didn't catch that, welcome in on the joke almost a decade later. Anyway, that was the first time the internet learned I was vegan. So obviously there were gonna be some obnoxious reactions to it, even though I was the same person I was before they knew that fact. I still remember this one comment from what I assume was a child that said, "I just learned Jaiden is vegan, and I've lost all respect for her." Literally, how does that joke even affect you, child? I wasn't even the one who said it. I cannot believe he got under my skin with that one. Not because it's mean, it just does.
The next day.
So it's been a few hours later, and as you can tell that I've gained a little bit more energy to speak because I've taken my medication about a few moments ago, and now I'm able to speak a little louder. So this is how I sound like right now. And we're back on to this video because my mom came home at the moment, and right now I just want to rest. But I want to finish what I want to finish first, so let's get into it.
Make any sense. Just so confident and stupid. This was like,
oh my
so
You think you're gonna get me there? Oh my god, why are you doing this to me? Leo, don't do it. Leo, don't do it. Don't do it, Leo. Don't say it, Leo. Don't say it. Don't say it, Leo. Hands, what are you doing? Listen to me. Control yourself. I'm trying to control myself. Don't do it, Leo. Don't. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. What the hell are you doing, man? Cut it out. You are literally a 16-year-old man, and you do not appreciate brain rots.
Stop it. Get some help.
really stupid. This was like 9 years ago, so I assume he's an adult with more sensible worldviews now, but I still hope he's doing bad. Grudges aside, I kept being vegan
Wish him in
for
hell, huh?
many years. The lifestyle was really easy when I was eating on my own. The hardest part was honestly how it affected my social life.
Jaiden,
Whenever
wanna
I
go
wanted
lunch?
to go to a restaurant, I'd have to check the website ahead of time to see if I could eat anything. My friends were always having to accommodate me. No one ever said they minded, but it still didn't feel great on my end, even being little bit of a burden.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
really realize how big food is in culture and socializing until your diet doesn't line up with the world around you. On the flip
Oh, yeah,
side,
that makes
I
sense.
never thought meeting someone that has the same food lifestyle as you could be such a huge bonding experience. Whenever I meet a fellow non-meat eater, I instantly feel more connected to them, just based on
Nice.
that. Such a warm feeling. Just two veggie eaters in this big meaty world. Anyway, yeah, after so many years, I'd be lying if I didn't say
4
being
years,
vegan started
6
weighing
years.
a bit too heavy for me.
Vegan
I
in
started
some
dealing
8
with
years,
friction
damn.
and restraints more than I preferred. So after a lot of difficult mental back and forths,
Oh,
I
yeah.
begrudgingly decided to get a little bit flexible. I say begrudgingly
Uh-huh.
because it felt like I was turning my back on the morals I was living by for 8
Yeah.
whole years. But I
Yeah.
figured if I was slowly struggling more and more under the vegan lifestyle, it would
Oh.
ultimately be better to just modify it than grow to hate it and give up on the whole thing entirely. I decided to let some dairy and eggs back
Freaking
into my
Humpty
diet for
Dumpty.
the versatility of being able to have
Wait,
more options.
hold up. Isn't that the egg from DreamWorks? The one with Puss in Boots?
Dairy and eggs back into my diet for the versatility of being able to have more options in restaurants, and the few times I might want the flexibility at home. It took some adjusting because, believe it or not, your body will not be used to the taste and texture of food you haven't eaten in a very extended amount of time. But it got easier, and I instantly was so much happier with the heightened ceiling.
Well,
Also,
good for
I
you,
very much
Jaiden.
expected to have turned lactose intolerant after not consuming dairy for so long.
Nice.
Super lucky to have gotten away with that one, no problem. Really
Cool.
counting my blessings there. A lot of people tell me that they wish they could be vegetarian or vegan, but they can't because they just like chicken too much, or burgers, or whatever specific single
Problems.
food they don't want to give up.
That's
And
what I
to
have
that,
too.
I always say, you can just keep eating those things while avoiding the easier stuff. You really don't need to box yourself into the lifestyle all for the pure label. Any little changes make a bigger difference than you give it credit
Damn.
for. And if you can cut out even a single animal product in your life, that's huge.
You see, guys, this is how I feel right now, alright? I don't really want to do this reaction, but it must be done in my opinion.
Or even just have it as a treat every once in a while.
Got that
Again,
dog in
I
me.
feel like the all or nothing mentality with going meatless is the main thing that makes people too intimidated to try, because being able to make little tweaks
sometimes
to your
yes.
diet is so much more sustainable for
Ah.
long-time commitment
Ah.
than assuming you're suddenly gonna morph into a completely different person overnight. It's not
Jesus.
like you have to decide what you're not gonna eat from a single point and never change it until you die.
Never again,
You can
damn.
add things back in, or even go the other way and try cutting more things out if you feel good about the first adjustment. Some people even just go meatless for 1 day a week, or month, or year. I think if I were to
Goodness.
humbly
Or even
request
more.
you take anything from this video, it would be to try and be a bit more conscious about food. I don't want you to try and stop eating meat anymore if you don't want to. Maybe
Yep.
just try and be a bit more cognizant and appreciative of
Yeah,
what
that's
it is
true.
and where it came from. I'll give you an
Yep.
example. Say you buy some chicken nuggets, change
Uh-huh.
your mind, and decide you want to throw it away. It's
Oh,
kind of
what a waste
like
of
you
food.
just paid to kill a chicken for no reason. It would go a long way
Oh.
to save it for later or give them to a friend. I don't want to say that in like an accusatory way, but that mentality has changed the way I look at food and my impact.
SpongeBob.
Coming from me, it's okay to buy and eat
Oh
meat.
my god.
I just want people to value it more. I felt
Alright.
a lot of moral guilt when I started buying eggs again, but I've
Oh.
gone out of my way to make sure I always buy pasture-raised eggs that came from a farm that makes sure the chickens
AI
get
eggs,
to live
wow.
normal and happy chicken lives. Cage-free or free-range don't really mean anything. It's the food industry lying about not being mean to chickens. So if you
Yep.
have a little bit more resources to transition to other kinder options like that, it's always very beneficial. They unfortunately tend to be more expensive though, so I know it's not a viable choice for everyone, which is understandable. I hope that doesn't come off as preachy. Oh god, who put the soapbox under my feet? I'm trying to find a middle ground of talking about this stuff in an open and non-pushy
Oh.
way while Also making sure I can get my thoughts out
God.
there. There's just a lot of shady, evil practices in the food and meat industry, so I want to do my best to inform people who do care, because at the end of the day, you do vote with your money. I'm happy and comfortable being vegetarian.
Oh my God, my lungs.
But writing this video made me realize maybe I'm finding it a bit hard to be outwardly proud of it. I'm proud of the choices I'm making and the small yet important impacts that come from the lifestyle. But on the other hand, I've seen and experienced enough harsh opinions from both meat and non-meat eaters to understand the whole idea of consuming less animal products still has a ways to go. I stand by the idea that I do think the stigma has been becoming more positive and people have chilled out on both sides over the past few years. But I hope the mentality of it all can continue to be pushed in a more healthy and overall productive direction. Because at the end of the day, it really does benefit us, the planet, and animals very much. It might not seem like it when you reach for the dairy-less milk or the impossible meat in the grocery store, or even choose the vegetarian option in a restaurant every once in a while. But it really does. Thank you for watching. I haven't been able to announce it in a video yet, but we released a new Pet Frenzy merch bundle. We've got a
I've seen it.
Beanie, tofu plush jacket, similar to the Ari one, cute long sleeve shirt of all the creatures. I know it's summer, I'm sorry. A fun sticker set, and new bandanas to put on the Ari, tofu, and tostada plushes.
Hell yeah.
Or, I guess whatever plush you would want it on.
Nice.
I hope you give it a look. I think it all came out super cute. And yeah, thank you again for watching. And this is bye-bye for now.
All right. No more ads.
The next day.
Being a little boomer.
I did not peak in high school. My high school experience was not a Disney Channel original movie. I was not a star athlete or getting babes. I was a late bloomer. Unlike most kids who sound like they're 30 years old in 9th grade and can grow a fully fledged beard, when I was 15 years old, I was 5'2" and had a voice that sounded like it belonged in a Mickey Mouse cartoon. When my classmates were all hitting their growth spurts, getting their braces off, and acne was clearing up on their faces, I was still like 2 years off from getting my first pimple. I'm not kidding. It felt like a witch cast a spell on my parents before having me. Like, I lay a curse upon thee that your child will look and sound 12 until he's 17. It was pretty bad. Like, there was just one time I was at a summer camp talking to a kid that was younger than me, and mid-conversation I remember him asking, Nathan, why does your voice sound like that?
I don't know. I guess I was born this way?
Oh.
Yikes. That kid was 13. I legit was so insecure that my voice wasn't getting deeper in high school that by the time I was 16 years old, I was
already
literally
used to my
lowering my
voice.
voice in my YouTube videos to sound older.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about my dog's snacks.
Did you lower your voice?
No. No, I didn't.
Liking girls in school was even worse. Talk about signing myself up for developing top-tier insecurity. I had a crush on this girl, and I remember she was in love with Andrew Garfield. All she would talk about was how hot he was. Which, I mean, I understand. And I really wanted her to like me, so I thought about it all the time. And to this day, I still recall having this insane epiphany when I was younger, thinking, wow, I look nothing like Andrew Garfield.
Dang.
Here, on the wall. Who's the most chopped of them all?
You. Why is high school like that? At least for me, hanging out with the same type of people in my tiny private school every day was just a breeding place for overthinking everything about myself. There was this one girl in my class that shot up in like the 4th grade, making all of us guys look like shrimp compared to her. And of course, when everyone else started shooting up in height as the years went on and got taller than her, I stayed behind. And by the time we were all in high school, I was the shortest in my grade.
Goodness.
Do you have short friends? You know, like for the 11 months they're around and Santa doesn't need them for his workshop? Because I was the short kid everyone used as an armrest, couldn't dunk on the 6-foot basketball rim, feared an eagle would swoop down during recess and take me.
Goodness me.
Then, just when my self-esteem was at an all-time low, my mom looked at me one day and said, I'm thinking you need braces, Nathan.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Smile
too.
for me? So then my mom
Now, guys, remember my mom saying that I should get braces, and now I actually agreed to it because my teeth are just kind of messed up. I look like one of those tomato ass, whatever it's called. But right now, I'm still unable to get braces. You know why? Because braces cost about 10K. It is just expensive. The reason why I can't get braces because I'm broke.
me off to the cheapest dentist in all of upstate New York. And the next day, I was walking the halls of my school with a mouthful of braces. A crowning achievement for a boy like me. Could things get any better? The first week of having braces, everything in my mouth hurt so much.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember talking to people in school, asking if it hurt this bad when they got their braces, and they were all like, not really. It only hurt for like a day. But I could see how it would hurt someone like you.
Damn.
What do you mean? Just like how you are, you know? Short little chud.
Oh, goodness.
Braces were just the absolute worst. Like, you know your teeth are bad when a random lady in church gives you the nickname Snaggle every time she sees you because of your chompers. And I kid you not, to this day, that lady still calls me that.
Oh, dang.
Hey, Snaggle. I wish I got them earlier, but because I was a late bloomer, all my teeth came in super late. In fact, recently I went to the dentist for the first time in way too long, and they took one look at my teeth and said, you know you still have a baby tooth, right? What? Yeah, it just looks like your adult tooth is never coming in. It's all good. It'll just deteriorate and fall out of your skull in a few years.
Oh, goodness me.
You know how schools have sports? Well, because I was so tiny and hitting puberty at record slow speeds, I wasn't developing at all as an athlete. Like, I was the shrimpiest little gumdrop you've ever seen. People would mistake me for being on the junior varsity team because of how I looked in the 10th grade. I also knew just about nothing when it came to physically taking care of myself. I would come home, make a bowl of sugary cereal, sit back and watch animation on YouTube or something.
Domix, hell yeah.
Parents to drive me to the gym. I barely knew what a protein was. So when it came time to play volleyball in high school, I can't imagine what the other team was thinking seeing me on the court.
Don't worry, I'll try to go easy on you guys.
Oh, damn.
Eventually, when I was 16, my voice finally got slightly deeper. And I'm not talking sounding cool or sounding like I should be in a men's body spray ad. I'm talking nasally. The worst stage of the voice getting deeper timeline. You see, here we have the stages Mickey Mouse, nasally, squeaky, kind of a man, and finally, Kronk. I was in the nasally to squeaky category, okay?
Hey, I like your makeup.
Frick! After a year of terrorizing anyone with ears, my voice was finally getting deeper. Not great, but good enough. I also decided to take my...
Hey, you know what? I remember having one classmate who was also in a nasal squeaky voice stage. Well, here's someone I know.
Health more seriously. I started running more, eating healthier, and going into my senior year of high school, I was a twig. Was a gust of wind my worst enemy? Yes, but I was happy.
Goodness.
And on one fateful autumn day, I got my braces off. Getting braces on is the worst, but nothing prepares you for the espresso shot of confidence you get when you get your braces off. I was a sight to behold, man. I was feeling my teeth all day. I was happier than I'd literally ever been in my life, and I was smiling at everyone I saw. Hey, you want to go out?
Oh.
Next time, baby. And for a short period of time, life was bliss. I was healthier, my voice was in the kind of a man category, and I didn't have braces anymore. Birds chirped in the morning, flowers bloomed anywhere I walked, and I was feeling more confident in my... Is that a pimple? Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Is that 3 pimples? So funny.
Oh, yeah.
Turn of events. But basically, in the last 6 months of my senior year, acne started to rear its ugly head. It finally caught up to me. The fun part about acne is that there's essentially nothing you can do about it. Yay! I remember like every night going through my phone seeing all these videos about how people just used this one topical ointment and all their acne went away. Meanwhile,
nah, I don't really use those things. I just pop it.
They already have like the clearest skin of all time. Yet when I smeared anything on my oily face, it just made it dry. It did like, you know, nothing. Every 2 to 3 days, I'd get a new pimple or two. I'd go into the school bathroom, look in the mirror with the brightest bathroom light ever shining on my face, and just see a constellation of acne.
It's just disgusting.
Bro, is that the Big Dipper? Oh my gosh. Funnily enough, when I graduated, I finally had a beard. Acne. I'm not exaggerating at all, man. I couldn't grow a lick of hair in my face, but acne was my best friend. I also developed horrible body acne as well. Like, it looked like I had the Superman emblem on my chest of acne. I remember I showed my mom right before graduation, and she was like, so then my mom and I went to the dermatologist. And after she immediately did her regular routine of telling the doctors that I was a famous YouTuber, they checked out all my acne, threw up from the side of it, and put me on Accutane. Now, as you can tell, I'm no dermatologist, so take this with a grain of salt. But Accutane is essentially this miracle acne drug last-ditch effort that has all these insane side effects that could seriously mess you up, depending on fate, basically. But after consulting my parents and the derm, I had enough of trying every ointment to ever grace the local pharmacy shelves, so something had to be done. I mean, one time I literally smothered raw honey on my face because I saw an article on how it helped. Which it didn't. What Accutane essentially does for the first month of being on it is suck the life out of your whole face, effectively turning you into a raisin, then gets you more acne, and then all of it goes away. Which wasn't fun to experience during summertime. I had to moisturize my face constantly and basically carry a fanny pack of chapsticks around anywhere I went. But shockingly, after no crazy side effects, wearing a swimming shirt all summer, and 9 whole months of being on a double dose of Accutane, it was all worth it. All of my face and body acne went away. I was a free man. I finally had clear skin, and all I had to do was take drugs. One weird thing I did not expect to happen since finally getting over being a late bloomer is growing facial hair.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going for right now.
Grow a rat stash on my face. These days, same. You're not gonna believe it. Grow a full beard. Like 6 years too late, but it still counts. I actually recently chopped off my hair and grew out my mustache just for fun, prompting all of my fans on Instagram to say I look like Chris Pratt. I even randomly heard it in person a couple of times. Which, you know what? I'll take it. If you told a version of me who had braces, acne, and seriously needed to stop eating ice cream every day that one day he'd be regularly compared to Chris Pratt, I don't think he'd believe you.
You know, I don't think I can grow a beard one day, but I don't mind. I choose to have a mustache.
Oh, Mario. Life is different now that I finally sort of look my age. I still get mistaken for being younger than I actually am pretty regularly, which is fine. Like, hopefully I get mistaken for 30 when I'm like 45. But as long as I have a mustache or general facial hair, I think I'm in the clear, even if I still have a baby tooth. Mirror, mirror on the wall, how do I look now?
You're still chopped. Chris Pratt? Dude, I love your movies. I like the one where you were Star-Lord. That was sick. When you were in Jurassic World, bro, that was so good. You were so good.
Wow.
Hey guys, infamous Snaggle here. Thank you so much for watching. If you are also a late bloomer watching this video, don't fret. Your day will come in about 5 to 10 business years. Quick shout out to my team for helping me make this video look super awesome. For everyone who bought the plush and is posting about it coming in the mail, thank you so much. It's so exciting seeing you guys love it as much as I do, so please make sure to keep tagging me on Instagram so I can see that you guys got it. There are more plushies to come in the near future, but I won't spoil anything for now. Now get out of here, you crazy kids.
Wow. Lol.
The next day.
So today is day 3 and we're gonna be reacting to TheOdd1sOut. My thoughts on cleaning. Text to speech, take over me for a second.
Okay, so cleaning is something that I don't really do most of the time. But sometimes that could be a bad habit, because imagine you're living someone that you love. She will be disgusted when she sees your house in a mess. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
The older I get, the more I've realized how much time I have to set aside just to clean. I'll ask a friend, what'd you get up to last weekend? And they'll think for a bit, and then say, I just cleaned.
Cool.
Crap, I gotta do that too. I've seen people, therapists, and the elderly all talk about how everyone's too gosh darn connected to their cell phones. How we don't allow ourselves a single moment to be present or alone with our thoughts.
Cool.
But when it comes to cleaning, I think we should fill that void up with as much noise as possible. Cleaning is such a boring and monotonous task that even people in the 1700s would pass the time by singing to themselves. And while these pilgrims didn't have endless podcasts to listen to, you have YouTube videos.
Cool.
Like this one. So I want this video to serve as
I don't have much
the noise you listen to
like,
while you get up and clean something. Hopefully hearing a YouTuber talk about cleaning for the next 10 minutes will motivate you to start chipping away at that mess you've been putting off for months. I'm not asking you to drop everything and do a 3-hour deep clean of your closet, but half-assing something is still better than no-assing something. And I think you'd be surprised with how nice you can make a space look in only 10 minutes. I want to give the caveat that I'm not a clean freak. I've lived in a college dorm with a bunch of other guys. My sink is most likely full of dishes as you're watching this. And if anyone needs to do a 3-hour deep clean of their closet, it's me. And I also know how hard it can be to look at a room that's in such a bleak and disarray state that you get so overwhelmed by the mess that you don't even know where to start cleaning so you never do, which perpetuates this never-ending cycle that makes your entire space and mental health messier.
Yep.
Luckily, I have a solution.
Well, what is it?
If you don't even know where to begin dealing with the mess, the first step to cleaning any room is taking out the trash.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to do. All those empty bottles and boxes, get them out of there. Yep. Whenever I clean, I like to play this fun little game that I know you've never played before because it's a game I invented. It's called... Is that where that goes? To play this game, all you have to do is point at an object and go... Is that where that goes? And if that object is where it goes, then you're good. You don't have to do anything. But if that object isn't where it goes, then you put it where it goes. And you beat the game once everything that's going to or needed to go goes where it goes. So while you're grabbing trash bags and flattening out boxes, let me explain why I found cleaning to be so important in my adult life. I really have to thank my parents for distilling... I wouldn't call it a love for cleaning, but rather a tolerance for it. Growing up, my parents would print out physical job charts for the week, and every day us kids did all of our chores, we would earn $1. However, any single chore we didn't do, we would lose $1. Meaning, it was possible for us to come out of a week of doing chores in the red.
So it's like, if you do chores, you earn allowance. It's like earning allowance, something like that, right? If I'm wrong, then please explain in the comment section below.
My parents were earning money and teaching us about capitalism because my bed wasn't made. Still owe them $35. We were able to earn some money back doing Saturday chores. This is when we did a deeper clean like vacuuming or mopping. But Saturday chores didn't even hold a candle to the absolute worst chores we had to do, which were the dreaded company is coming over chores. For some reason, whenever company was on their merry way, it was vital that rooms said company would never even enter in the first place were spotless. This one time, I think my mom was hosting like book club or something. I finished mopping my bathroom, which was not a bathroom that anyone in book club would be using, by the way. And my mom did her usual room cleanliness inspection and said, I think you should wipe that bucket down too. She was making us clean.
Oh my god.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. My mom came home, and yeah, let's continue.
Instruments. Vacuum the vacuum next. However, if it wasn't for all those chores.
Wait, I need to see that part. Okay, hang on. I need to rewatch this part first.
I think you should wipe that bucket down too. She was making us clean. The cleaning instrument. Do you want me to vacuum the vacuum next? However, if it was...
Okay, so I have something to say about this part. How does this make any sense? Like cleaning the cleaning instruments. What are you going to do? Vacuum the vacuum? Wash the washing machine? Mop the mop? Wipe the towel? Spray the spray? Blow the wind?
If it wasn't for all those chores my parents forced me to do, I feel like cleaning would...
I feel like the... Clean the cleaning instruments. Oh my god, like...
It's have become something I dreaded doing, instead of something I can actually wind down the day with. I look forward to folding laundry and putting something on the TV because I feel like I did something productive while watching cartoons. And since I don't live with mom anymore, I don't have to clean my bucket, which now doubles as a toilet. Cleaning has become such an integral part of my life that cleaning other people's spaces is how I show my affection. I'm about to put one of my best friends on complete blast here, but I think he'll be okay with it because he constantly asks me to put him in videos. I'm doing a video that's a puppet show with 2 bricks.
Can I push one of the bricks?
What?
Okay. I recently visited one of my close friends, infamous Swoosh, at his place in upstate New York. He's 24, living on his own for the first time with 3 other dudes, and the second I stepped into his house, I went, oh, this is a guy's house.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think a woman's been in here in, like, ever. What really sealed it for me was the bathroom not having a trash can, but rather a loose trash bag leaning up against a wall. And it was full. I hadn't planned for this to be on the itinerary of my New York trip.
You could say full of shit.
But after seeing how dire Swoosh's living conditions were, I decided to take him to his local Target to get him some necessary supplies. I originally set out to get him 3 things: a trash can, trash bags, and a handheld vacuum. But as we were walking through Target, we passed the broom aisle, and I asked, "You have a broom, right?" And his shoulders started to slowly rise into a shrug. And I went, "Dude!" Then we passed the Brita filter aisle, and I said, "You have one of these, right? You haven't just been drinking tap water this whole time, right?"
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the sink's right there.
Oh, my God. You bought every cleaning instrument
normally when people move into a new place, they do a big Target run to get all the necessary cleaning supplies for their house.
What do you mean? I did do a Target run. Didn't you see that buffalo painting in my office?
Up until this point, Swoosh had been drying all of his dishes with paper towels, which I guess is good because I just assumed he was eating everything in his bare hands like a Neanderthal. So I think I'm saving him money in the long run. I'm really about to show my age here, but since I'm doing a whole video about cleaning, I just need to gush real quick about my favorite piece of cleaning equipment. This was one of the original 3 items I set out to get.
Sorry guys, I'm just thinking about she was asking us to clean the cleaning instruments. Do you want me to vacuum them? I can't even laugh because of my sore throat in my way. If I laugh, I will cough. But, oh my God, that's pretty funny.
She was making us clean the cleaning instruments. Do you want me to vacuum the vacuum?
Swoosh, before I knew how dire his situation was. This is completely unsponsored, by the way, but the Bissell Pet Hair Eraser Hand Vacuum has divided my life into 2 moments. The time spent before I had this vacuum, and the time spent after. I love this vacuum so much that I've gifted it to friends on 3 separate occasions. Now, this next piece of advice...
You know, I have a vacuum of my own too. My dad gave me the vacuum because he was kind of like... I don't know how to describe this. He kind of despised how my house looks a little messy. So, that's why he gave me a vacuum saying, "Son, clean your house sometimes, please." And yeah.
I used to roll my eyes at, but after I started doing it, I've really been enjoying it. And that is to make your bed first thing in the morning. I used to think, why do I need to make my bed? I'm just going to get it messy again. But making your bed is having the first thing you do in the morning be something that benefits your future self. It helps set the tone for the day. And if you are able to complete that small task, then you're probably more likely to complete other more important tasks. No, making my bed didn't magically fix all my problems, but no matter what kind of day I was having, it was always nice ending it in a clean bed. Obviously, there's more to life than cleaning. I would know. I own all the Warrior Cat books. But I think everyone should enjoy the space they live in. I feel like a lot of us fall into a bad habit of dreading to do a task longer than it would take for us to just do said task. I definitely can be like that sometimes, but if you've been following along and been cleaning while this video played in the background, while your room might not be completely spotless, I hope you can see how much of a difference you made in only 10 minutes.
All right.
Now imagine how much you can do in 20 minutes. Isn't cleaning while watching YouTube videos so fun? Isn't doing tasks so accomplishing? So if you need to clean, go clean! Go clean your bedroom! Go clean your kitchen! Unclog that toilet! The world is your oyster! Get out there and clean!
Damn. Alright, that's the end of the video, I guess. Alright, anyways, Leo's Animation signing out, bye.